Yes. So today we'll be talking about the intrusion detection system. Okay. Now, as far as the threats are concerned over the data, the data which is moving into the network, the threat can be either of the two. One, it can be because of virus. Okay, it can be because of virus, and the second one is the intrusion or the intruder. Okay. So if I want to provide the data which is flowing into the network, or if I want to provide the confidentiality, integrity of the data which is flowing into the network, then the threats to this data is either by the virus. Okay, it can be either because of the virus or it can be because of intruder. It is because of intruder. Okay, either of these two will make your system or your data vulnerable to the attack. Okay, so we will be not talking about the virus, but we will be talking about the intruder. We will be talking about the intruder. Okay, we will be seeing what is this intruder and how this intruder is actually playing an important role to make your system vulnerable to the attack. Okay, where your data is not secured into the network. Okay, so before that we should know what are the different types of intruder. Okay, what are the different types of intruder and how this intruder can be prevented by using the intrusion detection system. Okay, the thing is that the intruder should be monitored, and once this intruder is monitored and detected, then how we can stop this intruder. Okay, so that's why we have a system which is called as intrusion detection system. Okay, the detection of intruder is important. Okay, the detection of intruder is important. So sometimes intruder detection system can also be said as intrusion monitoring system. Okay, intrusion monitoring system. So these words are interchangeable. I can say IDS or I can say IMS, where intrusion monitoring system. Intrusion monitoring system. Okay, and sometimes in some of the books you will also see it is also called as intrusion monitoring or intrusion preventive system. IPS, intrusion prevention system. Intrusion prevention system. So whatever it comes, the meaning is one and the same. You can go with IDS, IMS or IPS, the meaning remains the same. It is nothing but detection or monitoring or prevention. Okay, of what? Of intrusion. Now, so we need to see what are the different types of intruders we have. Okay, so write down before we start. Write down one of the two important, one of the two important publicized threats. One of the two important. Someone has unmuted. Please mute yourself. आवाज आ रही है. Okay. So write down one of the two most important publicized threats to security to the security of the data in the network to the security of the data in the network is the intruder and other is virus and the other is virus and the other is virus. Full stop. Sometimes the intruder are also called as or sometimes this intruder is generally referred as hacker or cracker. It is sometimes referred as hacker, which this word is familiar to everyone, hacker, or it is also sometimes called as cracker, because the intruder will crack the password or it will crack your system. That's why they are also called as a cracker. Okay, so hacker or cracker. Full stop. Write down. Continue. Anderson identified three classes of intruders. Anderson, Anderson. Anderson Anderson identified 3 classes of intruders, and we will see one by one. Write down the first one. The first one, it is called as masquerader. 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 Now, what is this masquerader? This is the intruder which is unauthorized, to penetrate into the system of the legitimate user. Okay, so this masquerader is an unauthorized user who is trying to access who is trying to gain the access over the system, or who is trying to penetrate into the system of legitimate user, of a legitimate user. Okay, so for example, if you are using a laptop, okay, and that laptop is being used by some other your friend without your knowledge, then that person becomes unauthorized person. Okay, you are not giving the access, or you are not giving the right to use your laptop. Then in that case, the other person becomes the masquerade. Okay, it becomes the masquerader. Now this is unauthorized user. Try to understand, this is unauthorized user and no access has been given to it. So that person becomes the masquerader. So write down one sentence. Non-authorized person using the computer. Non-authorized person using the computer and who penetrates a system's access. Non-authorized person using the computer and who penetrates a system's access. Who penetrates a system's access control to exploit a legitimate user's account. A legitimate user's account. A legitimate user's account. Okay, so that is the one type of, or one class of intruder. The second one is misfeasor. MISFEASOR. Misfeasors. Now there is a slight difference between the masquerader and the misfeasor. Now misfeasor is an authorized person. He is an authorized person to access some of the resources. Okay, some of the resources, but he is not given right to access to give access to the data which is not being granted, or which is not being granted the permission, or which has not been granted the permission to access that particular data. Okay, so for example, if you are calling a technician at your place, if you have some problem in your laptop, okay, and because of some reason you forgot to log out from your email account. It can be Gmail account, or it can be any email account. Okay, so if that person is actually called to solve some problem, so that means he is given access to some of the data. He is given the access to see your control panel. He is given access to see the settings, but he is not authorized to see your email. Okay, he is not authorized to see your email. So that authorized person is not given the access to grant permission to access your email. So in that case, that person becomes misfeasor. Okay, he is authorized but given access to some of the resources and not all the resources. So that means he can access some of the resources, but he is unauthorized to use other resources. He is unauthorized to use other resources. So that's why he becomes misfeasor. He is misusing his his potential to, or he is misusing his profession to access the other resources. So that is the meaning. That is called as a misphaser. Okay. So write down one sentence on this. A legitimate user who access data, a legitimate user who accesses data, comma, program who accesses data, comma, program, comma, or resources for which such access is not authorized, or resources for which such access is not authorized. Full stop. He is authorized for such access. He is authorized for such access, but misuses his or her privileges. But misuses his or her privileges. Okay. So I hope you have understood the difference between masquerader and the misphaser. Okay. So these are the classes. The last class. And who has given this class is Anderson. Okay. The third one is clandestine user. Clandestine user. CLANDESTINE. Clandestine user. Clandestine user. Now, who is this clandestine user? Now, he is the person who grabs the supervisory control over the system. Okay. He is also unauthorized, but he is using using his supervisory control over the system. Now, the system can be one host or more than one host. Okay. So I mean to say that he is trying to access the control over the network. So it's called as a clandestine user. Not a single host, but the different types of hosts into the network. He's trying to have the supervisory control. Okay, supervisory control. He is also the unauthorized person. This is a person who is actually unauthorized but trying to access over the computer of a legitimate user, that is a single host. He is the person who is trying to have a supervisory control over the network in which there are different hosts. Okay. The host means nothing but your computer or access point. Okay. So clandestine user. So write down an individual who grabs supervisory control. An individual who grabs supervisory control of the system and uses this control to evade evade auditing and access control, evade auditing and access control, or to suppress audit collection, or to suppress audit collection. Now here it only means that he wants to have the access over the host into the network to have the access of the auditing or to collect the data. Okay. Now actually this data is the auditing data. So you can just underline the word as evading, auditing, and suppress audit collection. Okay. You please underline this word: evade, auditing, and suppress audit collection. Okay. So these are the three different types of intruders given by Anderson. Now we need to understand why do we need intrusion monitoring and detection. Okay. So write down the heading: need for intrusion monitoring and detection. These questions are asked as a short note, or this question can be can come in a Viva. Okay, so you should know this. just a minute. So we'll be talking about now need for intrusion detection system, or intrusion monitoring system. Okay, so we have some 5 points. Why do we require these ideas? What is the need for these ideas? So we have some 5 points. So write down the first one. Protected information. So these are the notes from the William Stanley. Okay, from that book. Okay, so we need to see this in somewhat detail. What are the needs for these ideas? So these are the notes taken from the William Stanley. You can just refer that note. Okay, so protected information assets are not accessed by unauthorized entities, Okay, so why do we require these ideas? We require these ideas to protect our information assets from whom? From unauthorized entities. This is the priority. This first one is the priority, that because we need to protect our information. That is called as information assets. They should be protected from unauthorized entities. So just write down one sentence on this. By installing an IDS within the corporate network, write down, by installing an IDS within the corporate network. Now this corporate network can be any organization. If I'm talking about our college, we have our dedicated network. Okay, if you talk about any corporate organization, they have their dedicated network. So how do you protect the security of the data in that particular corporate network? By installing the IDS. Okay, by installing the intrusion detection system in that particular corporate network. Okay, so that's why what you have done, write down, by installing an IDS within the corporate network, comma, one can offer protection to that information without the need for a secure gateway, underlying secure gateway. I am repeating again. By installing an IDS within the corporate network, one can offer protection to that information without the need for a secure gateway. So you must be familiar with the secure gateway. The secure gateway is the path where your data packets are moving. Okay, if you are sending your mail, so that mail will be sent from that network to the other network. So that's why we have inter-network and intra-network. That is why it is called as inter-network. Inter-network. Okay, so whenever you are, if this is your corporate network, and if I want to send the data to some other network, okay, so you should know this is intra, this is within the, and inter-network, within the two networks. Okay, so whenever you want to transmit the data or when you have to receive the data, it is through the gateway. It is through the gateway. That is called as a secure gateway. Secure gateway. So what I meant to say that this corporate network should have or should be installed with the IDS system, so that we cannot without the use of secure gateway, we can secure the data which is flowing into the network. Okay, within the two networks. That is called as inter network. Okay, and if I do not want to have the secure gateway, you can install the IDS system. You can install the IDS system. Okay, now this is a secure gateway where actually your data packets are transformed, or through which the data data packets are moving. Okay, it is from the network or towards the network. Okay, so this is a gateway, secure gateway, from where your data packets are moving. That is the meaning of this. Okay, so protected information assets are not accessed by the unauthorized entity. So installing the IDS at the corporate network. So corporate network is nothing but the network provided at the organization level or at the corporate level. That is it. Go with the second one. Write down the second one. The second one is ability to write on the second one. Ability to monitor network traffic without impact to the network. Ability to monitor network traffic without impact to the network. Now, as just now I have told you that whenever the data packets are going through the secure network gateway, now even this secure gateway is intrusive. What do you mean by the secure gateway is intrusive? It means that this secure gateway is also vulnerable to the attack by the intruder. Okay, that's why we are using the IDS system into the corporate network. Now, to monitor the traffic without impact to the network. Now, this IDS system, when you use this IDS system, it will not only monitor the traffic, but it will also check the packets which are normal and the packets which are because of the intruder. Okay, the packets which are normal or the packets because of the intruder. So in the secure gateway, these packets which are moving, they are also monitored by IDS system. That is why it is called as intrusion monitoring system. Okay, it is called as intrusion monitoring system. So these packets which are going from the secure gateway, they are also monitored. Monitored means they are checked whether they are the normal packets which are sent by the user, or these are the packets because of the intruder. But this IDS system is not going to impact to the network. Okay, it is going to monitor the network traffic. Traffic means the flow of the packets going and coming into the network. Okay, but without impact to the network. So that is why this ability to monitor the network traffic without impact to the network, this is also the most important. This is also the need why we go for IDS. So this is the second point. So just write down one sentence. A secure gateway is intrusive in nature. A secure gateway is intrusive in nature. Full stop. All the data packets must pass through it. All the data packets must pass through it before they can be transmitted. To the remote network. Remote network means other network. Okay. Within the network is intra. Within the two networks, they are called as inter network. Okay. So that particular network becomes a remote network. Okay. So transmitted to the remote network. Full stop. IDS, IDS, that is intrusion detection system, listens on the network, listens, LISTENS. So IDS listens on the network and takes appropriate action with the packets. Underline the last sentence. IDS listens on the network. Listens on the network means monitor the traffic in the network and takes appropriate action within the packets. So it means the same thing, monitoring the packet, seeing whether the packet is normal or the packet because of intruder, and taking necessary action over the packet. Okay, taking necessary action over the packet. So that is the second one. Then comes the third one now. The third one, actively respond to attacks on system, actively respond to attacks on system. Now, because of IDS, you can actively respond to attacks. Now, this actively is important. This is not passively. This is actively. How this IDS is taking an active participation whenever there is some attack on the system? It can take actively. It can respond either by two ways. The first one is what? It will block the network. It can block the network. So whenever it sees some intruder packets or there is some threat to the network, it will block the network at the network level. It will block the network at the network level. The second, it can do what it can do. It can just give the notification to the user. It can give the notification to the user. For example, if there is some virus in your system, you will be notified. You will be notified that one virus is detected with so and so, with some name. Okay, so that is nothing but the notification. So when you are installing your IDS at the corporate network, that network will be blocked whenever there is a threat to the network, or else the notification will be sent to the administrator of that network. Okay, who is the administrator of that network? To that particular administrator, the notification will be sent that you have a threat because of so and so. So that message will be sent to the administrative network. Okay, who is the administrator of the network? IDS will send the notification. That is the meaning of this. Okay, so actively respond to attacks on system. So just write down one sentence. Perform specific actions through notification. Perform specific actions through notification or blocking the connection at the network level. Or blocking the connection at the network level. Or blocking the connection at the network level. So this is the third one. The fourth one, more two are left. The fourth one is security professionals are able to understand the attacks on the network and build system to resist those attacks. So whenever you have a threat over the network, the security professionals The security professionals will be able to understand what type of attack it is, and it is going to build the system to resist those attacks. That means this is a precautionary measure. Whenever you have some attack, and if the security professional will be able to identify what type of attack is that, okay, then the security professional will be able to develop some system through which it can provide the through which it can resist those attacks. So that is the meaning. So important thing is that security professionals will be able to know what type of attack is that. This is only possible because of installation of IDS. This is because of the installation of IDS. Okay, so you won't be able to. That means your security professional will be able to quickly identify the type of attack, and depending upon that, he will be able to resist those attacks by building the system, by building the particular system. So this is the fourth one, and the last one is fifth one. The fifth one, security matrix. Security matrix get generated. Fifth point is also important. Security matrix can be generated. This fifth point is something related with the the coding aspect, the programmer. Now once you have identified the type of attack, now you will be able to develop the security matrix. Okay, you will be able to develop the security matrix, and you will be able to have the you can be able to protect your network. You will be able to protect our network. So as your matrix, as you will be developing your security matrix, okay, then you will be more securing your network. You will be more securing your network. Okay, that is the meaning. That means depending upon the attack, the programmer or the person who is actually, that is a security professional, he will be generating the matrix. So generation of the matrix means providing more security to a network depending upon the type of attack. Okay. So more matrix are generated. If more matrix are generated, you will be able to secure the data. You will be able to more secure the data. Okay. So fifth point is important as far as the programmer or the coding is important, because we are generating the security matrix. Okay. So please underline the security matrix and write down one sentence. Depending upon the matrix, we can identify the potential of our security system. Depending upon the matrix, we can identify the potential of our security system. We can identify the potential of our security system. After this, just draw the block diagram. Just draw the block diagram to explain you the ideas. Now see the block diagram. We have the internet. We have an internet. It is connected with the screening router. Then it is given to the secure gateway. And from the security gateway, it is given to the corporate network. So this is what? Corporate network. And through this security gateway, actually we are using what? We are using IDS or IMS. So actually your intrusion detection system or your intrusion monitoring system is installed at the secure gateway. Okay. So the position, the installation of this IDS is at the secure gateway. Okay, and you have a screening router. If I give you an example, in our college, if you are sitting in any of the lab, you will know that you will be having the router. Okay, you have switches, and these switches are connected to the router, and from the router actually it is given to the main server, and from the main server it is given to the internet, that is the outside world. Okay, how that flow, this is the how the flow is. Okay, so you are sitting at this particular, if this is the host, this is the host, then there are many different hosts connected. These hosts are connected through the switches, then this switch is connected to the router. Now I am talking about host 1, host 2 and host 3. You can see that this is nothing but a single lab. In the single lab, if you have 3 PCs connected, these 3 PCs will be connected to the switches, and from the switch you have a router, and from the router actually it is connected to the main server, and from the main server it is given to the outside world. Now that's why when this main server is connected to the outside world, it is connected to the secure gateway. It is connected to the secure gateway. इसलिए secure gateway के पहले what I have written, screening router. It is screening router. So you can consider this whole block as this. Okay, screening router you can consider this as a whole block. जिसमें क्या है, your main server है, जिसमें आपका router है itself. This, then you have a switches, and then you have a host. Now if I'm giving you an example of our college, if this is lab 401, तो 401 में ये सब रहेगा, router के पहले 401. The same scenario is for 402. The same scenario is for 403, and so forth. Okay, and each router of every lab is connected with the main server. It is connected with the main server of our college. And where is your main server? Actually, it is available on the 3rd floor. If you go sometimes you see there will be written at the outside of the room, a server room. Okay, so that server room is actually your main server, and from this main server actually you are, through the gateway, you are transmitting the data to the outside world. Okay, to the outside world. Okay, so this corporate network you can assume as what? This corporate network you can assume as our organization network. From that secure gateway, then you have a screening router, and from screening router you have internet. Okay, now screening router is available at the in between the secure gateway as well as internet, but this screening router is actually monitoring your packets, data packets, and the secure gateway is also monitoring your data packets. Okay, and using this IDS, this is an option now. If you want to install IDS, or if you do not want to install IDS, I have told you, if you install this IDS, what are the 5 different important factors which will be helpful for us. Okay, then these IDS will actually play an important role along with the secure gateway. Okay, so whenever you have to understand this IDS, this is the block diagram where you will be explaining the corporate network, secure gateway, screening the router, and internet. And if you talk about this particular the host, switches and the router, actually these will be placed where? Actually यहाँ पे भी हम कर सकते हैं, but actually अगर हम बात करें corporate network की, because corporate network is nothing but the organization network, so this will be placed here. This will be placed here with different routers, and then you have a main server. From the main server you have secure gateway. From secure gateway you have a screening router, and from screening router then you have access over the internet. That is outside world. This is outside world. Okay, this is intra network and this is inter network. Okay, and this is how your IDS will be installed. So I hope you have understood this. So just write down the heading now. Intrusion detection system. Now actually now we are going to understand now intrusion detection system. In your syllabus, it is just given intrusion detection system. no detailed understanding is no more. We are not going to go into the detail of these ideas, but we are going to see the overview, or just what are the needs and what are the different types of ideas. Okay, so write down the heading as intrusion detection system ideas, and write down so we have completed the needs, 5 needs of using the ideas. Now actually we are going to see the ideas. Write down. Intrusion detection is the act of, now we are writing down the definition of this. Intrusion detection is the act of detecting actions that attempt to compromise. Again, I am repeating, intrusion detection is the act of detecting actions that attempt to compromise the confidentiality, underline the word confidentiality, comma, integrity को भी underline करो, or availability of a resource, full stop. When intrusion detection takes a preventive measure, without direct human intervention, comma, then it becomes an intrusion prevention system. IDS can be performed manually or automatically. Write down. IDS can be performed manually or automatically. Full stop. IDS can be of two types. IDS can be of two types. Write on the first one. Host-based intrusion detection, and second one is network-based intrusion detection. Now your IDS can be your host-based or it can be your network-based. Write on first. Write on the first one, host-based intrusion detection. Write on the first one, host-based intrusion detection. Write down under the host-based. IDS resides on the host computer. IDS resides on the host computer to monitor system calls or logs. So when your IDS is residing at the host, then it becomes host-based intrusion detection. And when your IDS resides in the network, then it becomes network-based intrusion detection. So you can have this residing of the IDS either at the host level or at the network level. That's why we have two types. Okay. और इसके पहले जो मैंने ब्लॉक डायग्राम बताया था, that was network based. Okay, that was network based. So आपने क्या लिखा, host based intrusion detection में लिखा, वो लाइन लिखा, that is calls or logs. Write down they must be familiar with, they must be familiar with, they must be familiar with. Who must be familiar with? Host based intrusion detection system must be familiar with. Number one, the host machine. Number one, the host machine. Write down fast. Number one, the host machine. Number two, network connections to that machine. Network connections to that machine. Network connections to that machine. Number three, applications installed on the host machine. Applications installed on the host machine. See, for your test 2, you have MCQs. So these are theoretical aspects. So sometimes the options may confuse you. So you should be very much, thorough to this particular theory, this information. So third is what? Applications installed on the host network, host machine. And the fourth one is the habits of users accessing the host machine. The habits of users accessing the host machine. Accessing the host machine. So if I'm using my IDS, which is host based, your IDS should know the host machine. It should know the network connections to that host machine. It should know the application installed at the host machine. And number 4, the habits of user accessing the host machine. Now the fourth point is important. Why so? Because if you are, suppose take an example, if you are a student and if you are accessing the computers in your lab, and if there is some hacker, now the students who is actually accessing the machine every day, and the hacker, his habit of accessing the machine, that will be different. That will be different. Okay. So your host based intrusion detection system should also know the habits of user who is accessing that particular machine. Hacker जो access करेगा, that behavior or that particular habit will be different from the authorized person. So that fifth point is important. The fourth point is important. The habits of user accessing the host machine. The second one now, the next one is network based intrusion detection. Network based intrusion detection. Network based intrusion detection. और यहाँ पे एक ही लाइन लिखना है. To monitor the network traffic, write down. इसके लिए लिखो, नेटवर्क के लिए. To monitor the network traffic or the network data flow, or the network data flow, or the network data flow, they use NIC. NIC is important, and most of you must be knowing the full form of NIC. NIC stands for Network Interface Card. Network Interface Card. इसके सिवा आप इंटरनेट को कनेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, आप किसी भी दूसरे नेटवर्क को कनेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो. This NIC is installed in your laptop. This NIC is installed in your system, desktop computer. Okay. So as I am talking about the network, you should have the knowledge of NIC. You should have the knowledge of NIC. Okay. So to network traffic या फिर network data flow monitor करने के लिए, you should use the NIC. You should have the knowledge of NIC. So network level के लिए NIC और host level के लिए host machine. Host machine. Okay. I think it's 12:31. Some more points are. Next lecture कितने बजे है?
नेक्स्ट लेक्चर नहीं है सर, अभी इवेंट्स है.
कितने बजे? 12:30 बजे.
हाँ
ठीक है. Okay, no problem. We'll stop here. और कुछ बाकी है, then we will move to MIME. Okay, MIME. So that thing I will take in the next lecture. Tomorrow tomorrow I have class. Yes.
नो सर.
Tomorrow I don't have class. Okay. Okay. We'll see. If possible, I will take tomorrow. If there is any off lecture I will see. I will engage that lecture. Okay. Muskan is there? Muskan?
Yes, sir.
मुस्कान जस्ट चेक टुमारो कोई स्लॉट है क्या जहाँ पे मैं लेक्चर ले सकता हूँ.
Okay, sir, we'll let you know.
Okay, okay. Okay, if you don't have any questions, any doubt, you can leave, provided attendance हो गया है. Priyanka ma'am is there?